What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated two-division world champion, who is the reigning WBC World Boxing Council middleweight world champion, superstar boxer Jermall Lions only Charlo, who is 32 wins, no losses, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. He explains why he did not accept the September 30th mega opportunity and showdown with four-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer, who is currently the undisputed super middleweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be the face of the sport of boxing, in Saul Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is 59 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He is 32, going on 33 years of age, 5'8", with a 70-inch arm reach. Everybody anticipated Canelo Alvarez facing off against Jermall Charlo in his next fight. Now, Jermall Charlo, he has not been in the squared circle since June of 2021. He's been out the ring for 2 years, okay? And he fights at 160. Canelo Alvarez campaigns at 168 currently. Jermall Charlo has been dealing with personal issues outside the ring, and he's made it abundantly clear that he has been dealing with these personal issues. You can see him on multiple interviews, and he's very emotional about what he's going through outside the squared circle. So with that said, it seemed like the right opportunity for Canelo Alvarez to choose to fight Jermall Charlo, seeing as though Jermall Charlo head is not in the sport of boxing. He has not been active in the sport of boxing, and it just made sense for him, to choose Jermall Charlo because he would have an advantage. Jermall Charlo never fought at 168. So Jermall Charlo, he recognized that. He realized that. And Jermall Charlo, he stated that he just simply cannot be in fighting shape for a fight of that magnitude at 168 pounds and in September. He just won't be ready for that fight. And so he decided that he was going to, pull out the fight, and he was going to, just take some time off and get more prepared and acclimated, back to the sport of boxing, get his feet back wet. So immediately, his identical twin brother, who's a 3-time junior middleweight world champion and the undisputed junior middleweight world champion superstar boxer, who is top 5 pound for pound best fighters in the world, in Jermall Ironman Charlo, who is 35 wins. He's 35 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. He is 19 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'11" and a half with a 73.5-inch arm reach. He fights at 154. But Jermall Charlo, immediately after Canelo Alvarez fought and beat John Ryder, Jermall Charlo, he stated, let's have undisputed versus undisputed. Let's make this fight between myself and Canelo Alvarez. And, initially Canelo Alvarez wasn't looking to fight Jermall Charlo, who's also been inactive because he suffered a broken right hand, and he had to, rehab the right hand. Obviously, he had to cater to the right hand. So he was scheduled to come back in March against his mandatory challenger, an Australian superstar title contender, Tim Tszyu, but he suffered a hand injury and had to be pulled from the fight. So with that said, Jermall Charlo jumped at the opportunity now to fight against Canelo Alvarez. So Jermall Charlo is going to fight him. But as I told you, when everybody was shocked, as I was shocked, many people were shocked that Jermall Charlo was the one that was chosen, because it just seemed like, it made sense that if it wasn't going to be Jermall Charlo, then undefeated 2-time WBC super middleweight world champion, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer, David the Mexican Monster Benavidez, who is 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 23 big wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 6'2" with a 75-inch arm reach, that he would be the logical next option for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez just signed a 3-fight deal with multi-million, $100 million deal with the premier boxing champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman and the PBC. So he signed a 3-fight deal, and Canelo Alvarez, it's just an assumption that he would finally face off against David Benavidez. Keep in mind, David Benavidez was the He was the WBC super middleweight world champion, and he was widely considered to be the best super middleweight in the world before Canelo Alvarez decided to make 168 his home. So with that said, it just seemed like that would be the logical option for Canelo Alvarez, that he would choose David Benavidez if Jermall Charlo wasn't available. But he decided to go in the direction of Jermall Charlo, which is a great fight. But you would just think that David Benavidez would get his opportunity. Nonetheless, Jermall Charlo just simply is not in the headspace. His head is not in the sport of boxing. He is training. He's getting back in the loop of things, in the groove of things. But he just simply is not ready right now to jump up to 168 to face off against Canelo Alvarez in a massive fight after a 2-year layoff and dealing with his personal issues outside the sport of boxing. So there was talks that Jermall Charlo can face undefeated 2-division world champion, superstar boxer Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. They did a FaceTime where they stated that, Demetrius Andrade actually asked Jermall Charlo, let's fight at 168, because his last fight was at 168. That was his debut at 168. And Jermall Charlo said, no, I can't make 168. I fight at 160, right? Let's do a catchweight at 164, 165. And Demetrius Andrade agreed. He said, okay, no problem. I could do 165. So it was somewhat shocking that we was hearing that Jermall Charlo was going to fight Canelo Alvarez at 168, but Canelo Alvarez represents life-changing big paydays. So, and Jermall Charlo had been seeking out an opportunity to face off against Canelo Alvarez for quite some time. So it wasn't that shocking to see Canelo Alvarez, and Jermall Charlo begin negotiations for a future fight. And Jermall Charlo, he stated that it had to be at a catchweight. So, again, Canelo Alvarez is the cash cow. He represents a massive payday and a massive opportunity. So it wasn't surprising to see Jermall Charlo accept the fight. And that's a fight he's been calling for quite some time. But I'm glad that Jermall Charlo identified and realized that he simply was not ready for a fight with Canelo Alvarez. He wasn't ready to move up to 168. He just simply is not in the right mind space. And as I stated in the past, that Canelo Alvarez strategically understood that, and he knew that he would have an advantage over Jermall Charlo, and that's why Jermall Charlo was being the chosen opponent over David Benavidez or over any other fighter at 168. That's why he chose Jermall Charlo, because he felt like Jermall Charlo was ripe for the picking. So it wasn't a surprise that Canelo Alvarez chose them. It's just surprised that Jermall Charlo recognized this, that this was going to be the case, and Jermall Charlo decided, no, I'm not going to be, the sacrificial lamb in a 3-fight deal. So he decided that he had to, wait. He had to gradually get back into, the sport of boxing. And so that's what he chose to do, right? So we got to see what's next for Jermall Charlo. It could possibly be Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Is he ready for a Demetrius Andrade fight, or do Jermall Charlo still need time to get, a tune-up fight and get acclimated back to the sport of boxing? I would suggest that Jermall Charlo, in my opinion, he should have a tune-up fight, right? Get back, where he needs to be. Get back his head back in the sport of boxing. Get in the groove of things, and then focus on the fight with, a big fight, possibly with David Benavidez or Demetrius Andrade, or maybe Canelo Alvarez beats Jermall Charlo, and the storyline is for Jermall Charlo to avenge Jermall Charlo, right? But I'm glad that somebody decided that, I'm not going to just take the bag. I'm not going to just take the opportunity because it's presenting itself. No, I'm going to make sure I'm 100% correct mentally and physically to be able to take on these types of challenges, and not just do it for the money. This means that Jermall Charlo is identifying and focusing on his legacy, point blank and period. So with that said, this is the reasoning Jermall Charlo essentially gave for not taking the fight with Canelo Alvarez and going in a different direction and just waiting and getting himself back together before he goes and just jumps in a mega fight. Kudos to Jermall Charlo for doing so. kudos. And I think that Jermall Charlo definitely has an opportunity and a chance to beat Canelo Alvarez. So let's see how it unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. So all I got for y'all, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm going. Peace.